The following may contain language which will be offensive to some people and inappropriate for children. Still here? Then pour your favorite beverage and let's get this fucking show started.
Forum, assemble! You're watching Fantastic Forum, the premier show about comic books and your live weekly conversation about entertainment, geek culture. We are the Fantastic Forum coming to you live and direct from the Hall of F. Hope every wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, as the case may be, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, you just stick with us. We'll help you take it up a notch. You have the usual suspects in the building. First, he is our riddle inside of an enigma trapped in Chinese finger cuffs. You don't know him. You love him anyway. He's our silent assassin, Jay.
I can't even do the intro I wanted to do because spoilers.
Got it. Next, he's our intrepid senior reporter. He's next in line for the cowl. He is our resident Dark Knight detective. It's Oz.
Do you make my square bigger? Hold on.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Like those female body parts. Oh my God, Oz is hacking and slashing. Next, he's the backbone. He's the pillar. The strength of Fantastic Forum, our nigh invulnerable brawler and resident strongman, Moses Magnum.
What's up?
What's up? Hey.
I just woke up at 6:24. Like,
oh, geez, man. Well, we're happy you're here. Like, we're glad that your Fantastic Forum sense kicked in. You're like, wait a minute.
no, look, the producer of the show, or my producer of my little square here, is Emily. She's like, it's 6:24.
It's 6:24. Like 5 more minutes, Mom. 5. There it is. As for myself, my name's Lauren. Wait, say again?
I'd be nowhere without her.
And there it is. As for myself, my name is Lawrence Young. They call me Mary Young. Welcome to Fantastic Forum. We got a great show for you today because we're going to be talking to you about a lot of stuff. We're going to be talking to you all about Knuckles, the Knuckles TV show on Amazon Prime, right? Amazon Prime? That sounds right to me. No wonder it sounds right because it was wrong. Paramount Plus. Sorry, Amazon. Amazon's like, we didn't make that. No, Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus? Like, sorry. Paramount Plus is like, sorry.
We're going to be talking to you all about Velma season 2. That's on Max, that I know. And we're going to be talking to you all about Blood Hunt issue number 1, which is the first issue of Marvel Comics' new crossover event. So we got all that happening, and of course, whatever else it is that you all want to talk about. If Jay can contain himself, I don't know if he can. We'll see.
Well, we're not going to talk about what I want to talk about.
Which is what?
Beneath the Trees.
Yeah,
I mean,
I want to talk about that too.
We can. I mean,
but
we can get that. We can get that on the schedule. Like,
I want to talk about 97.
Okay. Mo wants to talk about X-Men 90. You watched it, Mo?
Yeah, I finally caught up.
Oh, okay. Well, wait. Before we do that, though, let's let the intern let the people know how it is they can get down with the show.
Want to get in on the action? Call Fantastic Forum on Skype and join the fun. Too shy to call in? That's okay. You can join the Discord chat room available at
fantasticforum.live.
Join the party. You know you want to.
There it is. So, yeah, let us know what you want to talk about. jump into the conversation. We'll take your comments out of chat, bring them into the show and whatnot, all those things, because this is what we do. You can call in, be the fifth member, Fantastic Forum. Go to fantasticforum.live, hit the call in button. So you have all the things, X-Men 97. I know. No, but listen.
Jay wants to talk about
listen.
We can't talk about it because Mayor hasn't read it.
Jay needs to talk about. If y'all want to talk about Beneath the Trees, we should have scheduled Beneath the Trees this week.
No,
no,
it's like
it works.
I texted you at like 4:40 in the morning. That means I want to talk about it.
And I responded.
Text me at 4:40 in the morning.
Yeah, after I read it.
What in the world? I'm like,
and I said, "Ooh."
Wait. But I'm sitting here like, why? Wait, was that last night? Wait, did you put that into the group chat?
Yeah.
I got a message too.
Oh yeah, sure enough. You know what? That sure did happen at 4:40. I'm so happy that I didn't have my ringer on.
Now he's treating our pre-production text chain like he treats our Discord now.
No, I'm in the Discord almost every day. Now.
That bullshit. Now, yeah, and now you're not paying attention to the text chain.
When else does it matter than now?
Yesterday?
No.
At 4:41 this morning.
Listen, I was thankfully asleep and had the good sense to not have my ringer on because Joe is a madman texting people at 4:40 in the morning about comics.
That's how good it was.
Joe's like, last issue out today. Everybody like, huh? Jay, look, I'm out here rolling over like, damn it, it's an emergency. I'm like, something's happened to Grandma. And I'm like, Beneath the Trees? What in the world? Like, if you don't stop it with Beneath the Trees at 4:40 a.m.? Come on, man. Don't get me wrong, the comic's that good, but still. Like you got it. Like you should have put that on delay. You could have sent the text and it could have come like at 6 a.m.
Tell me that after you finish it.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, there it is. Look, he's like, there it is. Man, okay. So, this past. Oh wait. So, look, before I get yelled at again. Is that enough for right now, or can we move on to something else?
I'll allow it.
Are we done with the X-Men 97 talk?
I don't even think we started the X-Men 97 talk.
Oh, that was okay.
You're right. Exactly. Because Oz hasn't seen it.
Oh,
I will say Cyclops continues to be someone's favorite character because they are fucking doing him amazing in this show.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I didn't see it. I already know what happens in it.
All right.
Jay gave me a
minute by minute. Listen, Cyclops is just getting what he's deserved finally. Like not only what he deserved, but honestly, it's like Cyclops has been due redemption for I don't know how long since like mass media wanted to pretend like this fool was not the man, and it's like, okay, like literal decades. Wait, we've been making X-Men cartoons since what, the late 80s? And been making
Pride was 86, right?
Or maybe 89, somewhere in there. But look, we've been making X-Men cartoons since the late 80s. We've been making X-Men movies since the 2000s, right? I mean, 2000s. No, yeah, it was 2000s, right?
Yeah, 90s.
Oh, 89.
Yeah.
Was Pride.
So, right. And we've been making X-Men movies since the 2000s. And it's like, there's been TV shows. I don't think I've been X-Men related TV shows. What is that?
That was you.
That's me?
That's you and your bullshit.
Uh,
What?
That's what the microphone picks up your bull about Cyclops.
wait. Listen, first of all, everyone knows what I'm speaking right now is the Lord's truth. Everyone knows that. This is just, look, I'm just talking facts. There it is.
Mo don't believe in the Lord, so
This is just facts. So,
you fix that truth.
Cyclops is overdue. But no, it was a good episode. It was a real good episode. And man, again, they just have these like set piece moments of animation where I'm just like, man, look at X-Men, man. There was a fight this time with Jean Grey. Jean Grey fighting Sinister. Yeah, I was
And
just
in
like
the classic costume.
Right.
Like you never
every-
I don't think we've ever seen that costume translated.
I think that's true. Like not in
Yeah.
animation. Yeah, definitely not in live action. So yeah, I think you're right. I think that might be the first time we've seen it. But
And even
yeah,
Cyclops-
man. Oh yeah, Sunspot had like the classic New Mutants joint, like,
and Cable had the X-Man costume.
yeah, his X-Men costume, right. It was cool. Like I like how they did that because of the fight that they had. Basically, everybody's stuff, the costumes we've been seeing them in got messed up, so they let everyone have a wardrobe change. So that was cool. And yeah, Cyclops was kind of in his. I mean, what many would think of as like his classic costume, even though a lot of people might, you can go back and forth on whether that 90s that 90s Cyclops costume is now the classic, but there's definitely a generation that would think that the costume he was wearing in this episode.
But
more
if you read comics, it feels a little like, okay, that's like New Mutants costume, but it's also like Schism costume, like, and with the shit that's happening, it's like, man, it's like Schism and Fatal Attractions.
Yeah. And I tell you, man, like as an X-Men fan, like the homage when they actually get to the moment, like literally like basically animating a page out of X-Men 25, I was just like, dude, that's crazy, man. Like it's just one of those things where I'm like, I never would have thought I would have seen that.
Ever.
Like, like I might have thought like I saw an interpretation of it, but I'm like, dude, like they were like, let's give you the page. I'm like, okay, let's go.
I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I saw it coming, and I still didn't believe it was going to happen. Like,
right.
and then they fucking did it for 2 seconds, and they hit the fucking credits. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I want to binge watch this.
Right. More.
I don't want this weekly shit.
Hey Mo, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I watched 2 episodes back to back. These two, this one and the previous one, and like this is what I want in my life, to binge watch this.
Yeah,
like, I want to give it to me. I'll pay extra $2 a month for Disney. I get to binge watch it. Everybody else gets to watch it week by week.
Got it. I'll let Disney know. I'm like, Mo will pay more to get it all at once. But they know that. They know people would do that, but you have to make a choice, right? You can't do one or the other.
Why not?
Then because the people that binge watch it will spoil it for the people that
and then
do
that
week to week.
That forces other people to watch it and binge watch it.
Yeah, but
more. It forces people to pay more.
Well, no, see, but no, it doesn't force people to pay more. It just makes it so some people will enjoy it less.
No, it's because if you do week by week, you can stretch out the subscription.
Yeah,
you can't just get like a 7-day free trial, watch the whole thing, and be done.
Yeah,
I mean,
or get it for a month
until it's over.
Mo can't wait till now, and he's gonna wait till it's over. He's gonna forget about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's what happened with Velma. I watched 2 episodes and then I never went back.
I still
Yeah.
haven't watched the last season of
It
Titans.
happens.
Same reason.
Yeah.
The Titans, like the live action show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you liked that show.
My brother likes it, and he's binge watched the whole thing, like 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So he's like, he's happy. He's like, it's over. Okay, good. You know.
So, but yeah, I mean, I don't think at this point no one here has to tell anybody that's watching our show to watch X-Men 97. I think they know. They know. This past weekend was Free Comic Book Day.
You guys do.
Huh?
You guys do anything?
We
Yeah.
actually Joe and I actually did go to some shops.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
film anything?
We did not. We did not film
Surprise, surprise.
it.
Look,
Wait.
the simple fact of the matter is these shops were not built for filming. Like
They were not. They
No,
weren't ready.
one shop,
Yeah.
I couldn't lift my hands up to hold the camcorder.
No.
like-
You talk about it and you going in and coming out.
No, that's what I'm saying. There wasn't enough room to lift your arms up. Like you had
There
your
was
arms at your side the whole
And
time.
there is hard talking about, hey, we're gonna go do this. What are you looking forward to this year? Couldn't do none of that.
Listen,
And then the other comic shop was too dark to film anything.
so
And I think we went to like one normal comic shop. And one normal comic shop, a cave, and a cubic foot of shop.
man. Yeah, man. But we definitely went, because I know for myself, I was like, man, like, kind of like on a whim, like, let's do Free Comic Book Day. Let's see what we can see. But I was like, I'm not exactly sure where to go, right? Because I was like, all the shops that I usually would go to and want to go to,
Dude, I got so many free books.
they're gone. Yeah. Derek A says Joe refused to touch any free books.
Yeah, I got so many. Like
Digitally. No.
I got some digitally. I have more physical.
They're all
Right.
most of them are on Omnibus. You can get the Free Comic Book Day offerings. They're free.
Nice. There it is. But yeah. But I was just more so like, what shops would we want to check out? And the sad fact is we did try to check out a couple of shops that were closed. Like shops we were like, we weren't certain if they were still there or not. And that did happen for a couple. Ty Claus says that there's a Free Comic Book Day book for TMNT, which is about the Night Watcher.
Which I specifically got to talk about for you, Tiger Claw, but I haven't read it yet.
There it
So
is.
I did pick that up with the intention of talking about it for you.
I did get that one as well. So, but yeah, it was a good offering. There was a lot of interesting books out there. No matter like what your interests were, really. I know they had the Blood Hunt X-Men or Blood Hunt / X-Men Free Comic Book Day offering. They had a Doctor Who joint, the TMNT joint, like Tyre Claude mentioned before. There was a Energon Universe offering. Lot of kids stuff available too, like for younger readers. God bless you guys.
Yeah, they have Phoebe and her unicorn for younger readers. They also have for mature readers, Street Fighter versus King of Fighters.
There you go. Yeah, and I know they had a James Tinian like showcase free comic book day book thingy.
Oh, the decade of
And they had
like
Mm-hmm.
that shit's still on Kickstarter, I think. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's a Kickstarter thing.
So
they had
so
an
that like just
animal Arkham Asylum book.
an animal Arkham Asylum. Okay.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
some cheesy name, but yeah, they had that. But I have it. It's over there though.
Yeah.
Go get it.
But
Fine.
but yeah, but it was a cool experience all in all. And yeah, I whatchamacallit. Next time I'll have Joe film it. You know, hopefully next time we can all be there. You got to come to LA for Free Comic Book Day.
We got comic book shops here too.
No, but you got to come to LA.
Nah,
It's like,
they sound claustrophobic.
dude, the shop was so tiny. It was awesome though.
What
And
shop?
it was called oh, there it is. Arkham. Is that a Joker dog?
Yeah.
Barkham Asylum. How did you not remember that name?
I thought of thinking of possum, like Possum Asylum, but yeah, Bark and Paw. I got them mixed up, but Barkham Asylum.
The shop was called a baseball
Oh, you're
club.
me.
No, I think it's like I feel like it was like a baseball clubhouse and comic books or something like that. Like it's a wild name. We spoke to the owner. Was it Phil, Joe?
Good question. Especially knowing how much I'm like terrible with names. That's a excellent question for me.
Yeah, baseball clubhouse and comic books. That joint's in Hawthorne. And yeah, really, really small.
But I was able to get a commander deck for like 25% off.
Yeah. And it's Phil. Phil's the owner. And he was awesome. He was super cool. Had chat with him a little bit. Older guy. Used to be in aerospace and decided he didn't want to work for anybody anymore and decided to open up a card and comic book store.
He's like, my family doesn't need to eat.
Right. Or maybe he just made enough money. I don't know, but yeah, he was just like, And dude, and so I was sitting here looking at this store, like it's so like tiny and never heard of it before. I'm like, this joint must have been like he must have like decided to open this joint relatively recently. He's like, been here 31 years. I'm like, 31 years? Like this little shop has been here 31 years, but it's that small that
it's a storage unit for his comic books.
Say what?
It's not a shop. It's a storage unit for his comic book.
But that's how you keep your overhead low. Like,
hey.
That's why Jeffries couldn't survive. Yeah.
Man, I tell you, man. But that little spot. And look, I will say this: like, it was small, but it felt like it had all the stuff that you would want to buy. Like, it wasn't like I didn't remember seeing like books that it wasn't like, okay, it's just like old books or just like, I mean, even had like a lot of good selections for cards and stuff. I don't know where he's keeping all this stuff. Like, I don't know, but it just seems like, okay, like if you want the new stuff and some old stuff and, like particular types of cards and stuff, like it seems like they got it there. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah.
Speaking of selling comics, is our video for where we reviewed Cobra Commander #1.
Mm-hmm.
For all you watching, that video got monetized completely. So it's
Nice.
well, not for you guys, for me, because I sold the. There was a link to my eBay store where I was selling the book, so I'm sold out of Cobra Commander #1 officially. So if you're watching that video, don't click the link.
You can't sell any more copies?
Nah, there's no point in selling more. Like, that's the whole point of raising value to #1 is scarcity. So I'm not gonna go and have them. Oh, I need you to print more. No, fuck that. That's it. You missed out.
You know you can edit the link.
Yeah, but I haven't done that yet.
Oh.
So yeah, so I made 20 off of that.
I'm gonna go click it right now and be like, I demand my Cobra Commander #1.
I mean, you can't buy it. Like the link will go to something that's not alive anymore. But
what? I'd be like,
So
I demand
should we
it.
hop into these reviews?
I don't know, Joe. I don't know. But
yeah,
now's the time. Now's the time. Shall we begin with Knuckles? All right. Let's go.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yep,
I have it here somewhere. It's somewhere.
Also,
no, it's more about gel coat.
When the fourth round,
Don't you call it?
does it look good already? Jumbo Scampi for limited.
All right. So, oops, all Wade and Knuckles. What is that?
That's pretty much what the show was.
That's fair. Oh, that's like the cereal.
Yeah.
Yes, I got it. And I was like, oops, all Wade and Knuckles. All right. So this is a series on Paramount Plus that what is it? 6 episodes?
Yes.
they call it a 6-episode event.
6 episode event with Knuckles. And yeah, it's the continuing adventure of Knuckles from the Sonic movie. I mean, listen, you
I would say it's the continuing adventures of Wade.
There's a whole episode dedicated to giving us more backstory on Knuckles, and Knuckles isn't even in that episode.
What? Okay, so you must have watched
the rock opera musical episode.
Yeah,
that's nearly Knuckles' backstory.
Did you not watch the show?
Oh, I didn't watch like all of it. No. Look, I'm trying to figure out how y'all did it. I'm like, oh my god.
I mean,
it's not good, but
they're half-hour.
It's watchable.
Wait, was the first one wasn't a half hour, right? After it was like an hour, right?
Like 40
no, it was 33 minutes.
Yeah, it felt longer, but
was it really? Oh,
it felt long, it did feel long.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like after episode 1, I kind of wanted to tear my eyes out. And then episode 2 happened to me, and I was like, no more. No.
I'm looking at all the runtimes. The longest runtime is the first episode, and it's 33 minutes.
That's
the longest episode.
And I didn't realize I hated Adam Pally.
I didn't know who he was, but I hate him too.
I don't remember him from
I
movies at all.
I remember him from other shit like the Kroll Show and Another Period. He's cool in those. He's not my favorite. He always does the Howard Stern wrap-up show, and he's funny there, just being a normal person. I hated him here.
And well, That's because no one in this is a normal person. Everybody acts.
First of all, I hate
weird.
the idea of the Sonic people dealing with humans like this. Like, but that's the movies we got. That's what's happening.
Right.
If you deal with a human, deal with the mom. There's a human right there already. Like, why do we need Adam Pally for? The lack of chemistry makes for a better show between the chick and Knuckles. Like in the beginning, you know, like the relationship they had makes for a better show. It's like it's the Odd Couple with an echidna. You know?
That lady gave a way better performance than this Pally guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's true,
And
but
then,
she wasn't good in either.
His family and his sister is like is not even a human.
Everybody's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Joe, how'd you feel about it, Joe? Oh, go ahead, Bo. I'm sorry.
I'm saying I only watched one episode because I couldn't take the like. Can we get?
Oh, you didn't even get to the Princess Bride?
No. I'm like, can we just get Jonah Hill to do it instead?
The Princess Bride. I'm not sure Jonah Hill would be a better fit in this.
No, I don't. It's unsavable. Like it has to be like. Yeah, it's unsavable. Like you just need the fat Jewish guy there that can be funny, and you know you could put Seth Rogen. You know, Zach
Eels, or I don't know how to pronounce
Sam Levy. Like
he shows up as the villain. That, that Gary has to overcome. Not Knuckles. Knuckles is sitting in a bar watching Gary overcome the villain.
That's sad.
I would say the show is watchable. Like I found it watchable. Like I didn't enjoy it, and definitely if it wasn't for the show, I would have stopped.
Right.
After the first one, but it's like, yeah, just watching. I would rather read the comics. Like,
yeah.
And I mean, we don't get a lot of Knuckles in the comics currently, but when he is on, like, he doesn't suck. It's like one of the things this kind of reminded me of is Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, which is a Kung Fu master and his son. The son's a policeman, and each episode would be like both of them doing their thing. And the show was like about both equally. Like this show is about Wade. Like it's Knuckles is barely featured, except for like some set pieces, like action set pieces.
And the beginning.
Right. He gets the beginning of episode 1.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much it for him.
And he's not even him talking about himself. It's Sonic talking about him.
So it's like I could watch it, but I wouldn't say it was enjoyable. To my amazement, I did not hate the rock opera. I feel like I should have, but I didn't.
Now help me understand though. Like, how is it a whole episode about his origin, about Knuckles' origin, but he's not?
It's a rock opera describing a Knuckles adventure, and Gary is dressed in like a Knuckles costume, like a furry outfit.
It's kind of like that one episode of Blue Eyed Samurai.
And yeah, and like a villain shows up, and then there's a fight, and that's where he gets his fire fist powers, and it's not a bad episode. Like I guess if you're not gonna have Knuckles in it, having Gary in a Knuckles outfit telling us a Knuckles story is the next best thing. That's not even the only episode that's just Gary. Like there's a whole nother one, and they showed this in the trailer where he gets kidnapped. He gets kidnapped, and they ask Knuckles, "Are you gonna save him?" He's like, "No, he has to figure it out on his own." And that's all you get of Knuckles. The rest of the episode is just Gary and this crazy biker bounty hunter.
See, now that feels like that. Then this should not have been called Knuckles.
Right. Should have been called Wade.
With Knuckles. But like,
I wouldn't even go that far. Like, I don't think he does enough to deserve a
credit.
mentioned in the credits.
Well, just like the picture you put, it's like, oh wait, and then Knuckles is all tiny on it. Like that like fits so perfectly.
Yeah. It was
so,
and the budgetary constraints are so bad too. Like, it's like the villains are their own fucking henchmen in the first episode. You know, like they couldn't cast 2 other people, like, and they try to be. They're these super powerful people that do evil things for no reason, and then they're also the inept goons. You know, like,
it's true. It is true, and that's like I feel like that was the thing. Like for me, where
my brother was like, "Can we just watch Bar Rescue?"
Like it just felt like everybody was acting really strange. Like, and it's not even like I'm not trying to say that. Like, I don't think that necessarily any one individual in this show that I saw was a bad actor.
Yeah.
I just think that the script or whatever, like the way the characterization, maybe it's the direction. I don't know, but it's something about the way people acted was like it made everybody feel really strange.
It's a TV show clearly for kids.
Well, that's fine.
It doesn't give the adults anything. Like the Sonic movies are for kids too, but they're still entertaining to us.
It also thinks the kids are fucking morons.
Yeah,
and I think
kids like they're fucking
whole right. Like it's not about it being for kids. It's about it. Like I don't even know if I want to say. I don't want to say talking down, huh?
It's for the special kids.
I don't even know if that's what it is because I feel like you could be on the spectrum and be like, I don't know.
I felt like this series put me on the spectrum a little bit.
Like you'd be like, this feels a little off. Like, because people are like, I don't like the whole scene in the bowling alley with him getting like taken off the team and stuff. I'm like, him and the bounty hunter and then the Girl Scouts. I was like, why is everybody acting so strange? Like everybody,
and you can't even call them Girl Scouts anymore.
Why not?
Because they're inclusive now.
No, you still can. It's the Boy Scouts that are just the Scouts now.
Yeah, the
Girl Scouts
quote unquote Scouts of America are inclusive. The Girl Scouts are like, hey, stop trying to kill us.
They ain't sharing that cookie money.
Right. They're like, hey, Girl Scouts not trying to change nothing. They're trying to let nobody in.
All right. I stand corrected.
But yeah, so I don't know, man. Like
I did like a little bit of that.
A strange show.
I did like Knuckles, like the voice and his attitude and everything. Like I found that really charming. I wish I had more. Like
right.
I'd rather watch, a straight up animated series. Like if you do something on the style of like what is it? The Star Trek with the
Lower
kids.
Decks?
No, the other one, the good one with the kids. No, Lower Decks is good too, but the other one, the Nickelodeon
you're
one.
Talking about Prodigy?
Yeah, Prodigy. Like if you do something like that where it can be serious, but it's also for kids. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Knuckles, like that shit would be perfect. Like that type of vibe. And because even the lore of the Tiger Claw over here talking about the Pacamac was a character from Sonic Adventures 1. Like that whole stuff with the echidnas, like I like, so it's like I would want to see more of that. And instead we get weird people using weaponized quills.
Well, you two didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So you missed like the one guy that looked like was having a good time was the guy that plays Gary's dad. That's the guy from Princess Bride, and like he's hamming it up and just going way over the top, but he's doing it on purpose. You could tell like he's just making a check and having a fun time doing it.
He bothered. I don't really like that character. To me, was really weird because he's pretending to be British, but his name is Pistol Pete, where they don't really use guns over there.
Right, and his ex-wife calls him out like you're from fucking Jersey or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
still
wild.
lame.
That's when it becomes what's that bowling movie? Kingpin. Like, dude even has like the clear bowling ball with something in it.
I really wish it was Kingpin I was watching instead of that. I thought of that when it's like the weird biker guy and the girl, and that's who he's fighting. It's like, dude, why don't you just kill yourself? Like, you don't deserve to live. Like, this is your adversaries on your daily life. Yeah, dude, just end it. Like, what's the fucking point? Yeah.
All I know is when I got to the end of episode 2, I was like, 3 hours of watching this is enough for me. I'm good. I'm like, no more. This gets no more of my time. I've been sitting here for friggin' like 5.5 hours watching Knuckles for 2 episodes, and I'm like, I hate this.
You should have just watched Pikachu, Larry.
I should have watched it. That's right. See, but I will agree with you though that there are Knuckles has moments, and it was kind of like the way he doesn't understand things can be funny sometimes, but those were few and far between. Most of it was just like, and it's weird because like the show goes for like gags over making sense, and there's a way you can do that where it can be funny, but I feel like this wasn't doing that. Like I think the perfect example of that is like when the ghost shows up, the chief, and like how that fool like falls through the floor, and
yeah,
and then he has to smash into the window when he's trying to leave, and
he walks over to him and then trips into the floor.
right. It's just like what are we doing?
Tiger Claw wanted to know what you thought of him, his performance.
I liked it.
Oh, he was voiced by Christopher Lloyd. No, I can't say I did. I didn't know he was Christopher Lloyd, but that doesn't sway me to be like, oh yeah, that was great. I'm like, no.
All the voice acted parts I think were well done. Like those weren't crazy. Like Knuckles sounded like what I expect Knuckles the Warrior to sound like. What's that character's name? Pac-Man?
That sounds right.
Yeah. He has a few goofy moments, but he snaps back into the elder tribesman pretty quick. And that's just the script. That's nothing to do with Christopher Lloyd.
Right.
I think he did a great job despite the script.
And that's what pisses me off about Adam Pally. Like, yeah, it's the script, and he's still doing it. Like, I can't differentiate between him and the script. You know, like his role just sucks. He just sucks in it. Like it's just, yeah.
I hated the whole
bad for him, but
the whole
I like
rescue
BoJack Horseman and all that, but
who's he in BoJack?
He's somebody like he's like producer and writer, so that's what he does. Like he's a dude that should be behind the camera. Like really, like he's super creative and funny. He does stand up, you know.
Oh, he was the the friend, right? The BoJack betrayed and ended up getting cancer.
Yeah,
got it.
He's good in that, and he's good everywhere. But again, he's a dude maybe behind the camera, maybe not on camera, or maybe not leading roles. Like
BoJack was great. But yeah, like I was gonna say the entire sequence of like the rescue for Knuckles, like him like trying to go. I mean, honestly all of it, like whether the planning out phase I didn't like, and then like him like trying to actually do the rescue and all the stuff happening with the everything blowing up and all that stuff, and then him not being able to have the things work right, the gloves and that, like, oh man, like that was like, I'm pretty sure that's when I was like, you know what? I think I'm dead on the inside. Because he's like floating around with the glove, and I'm just like, Jesus, like who was watching this and was like, this is it? like this is it. Like nobody looked at that and was like, maybe we should do something different. I feel like look, that's where you have the reshoot right there. Like, ugh.
It gave me a whole new like appreciation for Dead Boy Detectives.
Right, right. There it is. Like that might not have been the show you wanted, but that's a whole different level of quality right there.
When you have something with a little lore to it, and then you do it that way. Thank you. Yeah.
Tiger Claw says, "What did you guys think of the music?" I didn't.
You didn't think about the music?
No, it made no impact on me while watching the show.
Oh, I mean, there's the musical
well, yeah, the rock opera music wasn't terrible.
There's a couple of songs in the first episode that I liked. I'm like, oh, they're using this song. Which they weren't. I don't even remember what they are now. Like, so it's just like they were just filler, even though they're songs that I enjoy to a degree.
Yeah, the same. There are some songs that I think I recognize that, but right now I can't even remember like half of what happened in that series.
In the rock opera episode, did you like any of the original music?
Yeah, the rock opera was pretty dope. Like, I liked it.
Would you wipe one of the like
it's not like they did like various songs. It's one long song narrating the story.
Oh, okay.
In a rock style.
Long song.
Yeah, I can get
30 minutes.
Yeah.
No,
it's not the whole episode, but it's a good chunk, and it's an interesting story.
Larry acted like he never heard Dream Theater Metropolis Part 1 and 2.
Right. That's what I was acting like.
Yeah, and I say one long song, but obviously there's like tonal differences depending on the situation.
Yeah.
Tiger Claw was talking about the songs. Yeah, most of them suck. Like, there's songs I don't really like The Warrior. I don't like that song. I feel like most of the songs, like the pop songs or whatever, were not to my taste. And so, like, the long stretches where it's just the song were annoying. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, damn. Like, I wish they hadn't shit to bed with the Archie comics, and so they could be digital, and I could just reread the whole Knuckles comic.
Oh, got you. Like the Archie Sonic comics.
Yeah.
Got you.
Because the Knuckles comic was great. Like, I don't know why that got canceled, but yeah, that shit was really good. And Knuckles is great in the current comic. Like, even though they don't focus on him a lot, like when he's on screen, he's really good.
Even like the whole aspect where I was like, okay, they had Knuckles like run between the dude's legs and pick him up so he could glide, right? And okay, like the guy has to hold on to Knuckles to while he's gliding, which cool. But why is he like riding him like a little horse?
Like if he was Gambit?
Right. Listen, I feel like this was a little bit worse, which is crazy because I thought that it was insane when that happened, and I was like, oh man, I don't know what they're doing with this Gambit Wolverine thing. But he was riding this fool like I don't know. I was just like, why are we doing it like that? Like he doesn't have to be like that. Like why can't he just like grab onto him?
Hold on. Like I don't think at that point he had the strength to like just hold on. But that is how Sonic rides him.
Oh, like laying like across him too.
No, with the hands. Like Knuckles will glide and it will hold Sonic by the hands.
So you say hold Sonic by you mean like
yeah,
right. Now that and that would have been fine. Like, but like I mean you saw how he rode
Wade him. Can hold on. Like I don't think he can has the strength to hold on, the grip.
Listen, you'd be surprised how hard you have to grip when your life depends on it. But
especially if your gloves don't let you use your fingers.
Look, I've seen enough of those like parkour death videos that I know, like, yeah, you can lose your grip.
Why are you watching parkour death video? Jesus.
Why not?
Sheesh.
Tarek says, what about that Scorpion song, Rocky Like Hurricane? And it's like,
I haven't liked that since Bubblegum Crisis was a thing.
Yeah, like you hear that everywhere. Like it's almost generic now. And I love that song. Like that's like a good like entrance music, like as a band. Like when I was in the band, we played that before we came out, just on loop, just that for like 5 minutes till we came out. And then but that shit's like when you talk about a song that's played out, that's one of them. Yeah. Like, I rather much listen to Passion Rules the Game or Neon City Nights.
So can we rate Knuckles? Can we just rate it and then forget about it and go back to reading the Sonic comics?
Sure. Oz, what would you rate Knuckles?
Probably a 2.
Mm-hmm.
I did not have enough alcohol or other substances in my system to enjoy that. I'm sure there's a level that would make me really enjoy it, but I fear that that's just below the level that would kill me.
Well, like
I don't know if I could find that.
The show itself tells you need mushrooms.
Moses Magnum, what would you rate Knuckles?
That's a 2 for me too. Like it was just, I was like, I was gonna try and watch all of it, and I'm like, you know what? My time is too important. I don't want to waste it on this. So I just watched episodes. Like that's all you're getting from me, dudes. I'll go watch X-Men '97.
Right. Jay, what would you rate Knuckles?
I'm gonna give it a 2. Like, while I found it watchable, it's still not a great experience, especially when I'm like want to see Knuckles, and he's
how dare you?
He's really not a part of, like, yeah. It's weird how little he is in the show. Like,
yeah. Well, I guess I'll give it a 2, even though I'm tempted to change to like a 1.5 after finding out episode 1 was 33 minutes. Because, good God,
I wonder if Idris Elba like thinks it was a waste of his life to do it.
Man, Idris Elba,
he got paid. Like,
now he got paid. He probably spent a day.
Yeah.
He got paid and he was back for the movies.
Yeah, he's fine.
Like, if he's in it as little as Jay and Oz say he is, like, he probably spent a day doing that joint and got a decent check for it. So I'm not mad at him.
He spent more time as Heimdall than he did as Knuckles.
Dude, he did.
That's crazy.
He put more work in Ghost Rider 2 than he did in.
Is he in Ghost Rider 2?
Yeah, Larry. I keep telling you, he's a motorcycle riding priest.
Okay.
In any case, since we're still on TV, or since we're on TV, we should do this Velma season 2.
Velma season 2 is on Max. The return of Velma and her hijinks. Jay,
did you guys watch this or no?
I could. I mean, I watched most of it. I haven't seen the whole season yet. How many episodes is Velma? 8, 9, 10?
I think it's 10.
Okay. I'm more than halfway through, but I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna spoil it, so
first season or
you're gonna have to deal with the spoiler.
That's fine.
Oh, what about you, Mo and Oz? Did you guys watch?
I am too behind. I'm far behind on season 1 that I couldn't watch season 2.
I'm not watching any of that crap.
That's what.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think I got like maybe 6 episodes in.
Okay.
So, yeah, but yeah, speak on it, Jay. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just asking if everyone watched it or not.
Oh, okay.
Before we start, just so I know who to address and who not to address.
Well, what I do have questions. Like, if you enjoyed like the first 3 episodes of season 1, is season 2 comparable to that? Like that experience, or better, or worse?
So all the stuff that almost everything that I disliked about Velma season 1 is less in season 2.
Okay.
Like there's one episode where things are annoying, but aside from that, what I dislike the references and the saying a trope and then doing it. That's pretty much gone from season 2.
Okay.
And so they're focused on their bad humor and
is Norville still not smoking weed?
No, he doesn't smoke weed. He pretends to, so his father will get off his back. But he has been stress eating now.
He got the munchies, but doesn't smoke weed.
Well, no munchies.
It just sounds terrible when you describe it.
Basically, the ghost of Fred's mom is haunting him, and eating makes her go away.
All right.
I hate that show.
I like it. I mean,
so basically, Velma season 2 is people are dying. There's a new mystery, and Velma is dealing with the mystery and dealing with having a girlfriend who's experimenting and trying to find herself. So that's basically what's going on for season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's interesting because they get into all this brain swapping stuff, which is how Scrappy is created.
Is that where Scrappy came from?
Yeah.
In this iteration.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Scrappy? What?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a Scrappy in this one.
Okay.
And it's because they put the human brain into a dog. And it's interesting. Kind of funny, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And then he murders Velma. And the season ends.
What?
Yeah.
Man.
Wait, so are they saying Scooby is also a human brain in a...
No.
Scooby.
Yeah.
Still no Scooby?
No.
They give you Scrappy before they give you Scooby?
Yes.
The show is called not Scooby-Doo.
But you have Scrappy, no Scooby. Well, are they afraid if they get Scooby, it's going to overshadow Velma?
Yeah.
I would argue they don't even have Velma.
Velma.
She actually does make a cameo.
Like real Velma?
Yeah. Real Velma and real Daphne.
Oh, is it like they had the bug in the Transformer movie?
Yeah, it was like that. Band? It is. That's exactly what it is. They should have done that.
I would give this review of it a 5 out of 5. Because now I am intrigued. giving me the ending like that, and it's like, okay, I'm in.
I'd rather go watch Knuckles again.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
it's same. Yeah.
No, but that's the thing about this Velma thing. Is like it's just something so weird and so out there that it's like once you know everything, it's like it's not like I'm a Scooby Doo fan like this, where it's like dogma to me, you know. So I'm like, I can enjoy it with the information Jay gave me, spoilers or not. Like I'm like, all right, now I knowing this, it's like I can go for this ride, you know.
Yeah, and cool. like I said, I did enjoy it. Overall, a couple of things I didn't like, but overall I enjoyed it. And as far as the future, I know we're getting a Halloween special. I'm not sure if we're getting a season 3.
Maybe
it's
okay, maybe if they use scorpions rock you like a hurricane, they might get it.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Oh wait, no, I think I'm the only Hex Girls fan. Because the Hex Girls are one of the Hex Girls that's in it.
What does that mean?
One of the Hex Girls is in it. Like, what part of that are you?
I don't know what a Hex Girls is.
Oh, it's the Hex Girls are a band in Scooby Doo. Made up of 3 girls. They've been in a few of the movies. Yeah, okay. One of them is in Velma.
Now, which character is that? The Supernatural crossover we recommended to you last time?
Not yet.
Okay.
Jay.
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, get on him. Get on him.
But that's the mom which is a Hex Girl.
The which one? The mom that's the witch?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Is it
they
like
actually
older?
Say that?
They say that?
They say it in the show, yeah. But yeah, that's
they do say that she's
girl.
I remember them saying she was in a band.
Yeah.
But didn't they say they were all in the band?
No.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I didn't know the significance of that, but I got it now.
It's a little fan service for those of us that aren't like completely turned off by the show. Which is me. I'm not completely turned off for the show. I like it. I'm looking forward to the Halloween special, and I actually would like a season 3.
So how you? It sounded like before, Jay, you were kind of like so on the humor of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, speak a little bit more about that. Like, what is it about the humor that turns you off, and what is it that is enough that it keeps you watching?
Oh, for this season?
Yeah.
No, the humor is fine this season. I mean, yeah, some of the stuff didn't land. Like, there's an episode where they do a Breakfast Club thing, and that kind of doesn't fit with me. And then they do a Annie thing, and that doesn't hit with me. Well, she becomes basically Fred's mom or Fred's dad and Velma's mom start dating.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
He's rich, so she gets all the perks of being the daughter of a rich guy.
And that was that was an Annie like spoof?
Yeah, Mr. Daddy Warbucks.
In my eyes, yes. Yeah. Although there are a lot of like rags to riches stories, but when I think rags to riches musical adoption, I think Annie.
Gotcha. Interesting.
I might have to watch it.
Like I said, I like the season better than the first season.
And like with the way that you explain it, I also got reminded by my brain that it's Mindy Kaling doing all of it too. So I'm a fan of her humor, and be it as it may, whether it lands or doesn't, it's still funny to me. So
okay.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the issues with the show that people have. I think they're not huge fans of her style of humor, And
I know a lot of Indian people were complaining about that in season 1.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's a selling point to me. Like, I keep forgetting that it's her project. Like, even the people that worked on her series worked on this series too. So, I gotta go back and watch it. It's bingeable though, right?
Yeah. In fact, the second season actually all dropped at once.
Perfect.
So you would have loved that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was gonna try and watch it, but I just I've had a busy week, and I didn't.
Life happens.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Not for
I'm
long.
not sure.
Though.
Yeah, we can count to this.
Life happens, but not for long. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be
life isn't that long.
It's a countdown.
That one metal guy just died, and he was like 61.
61
from a heart attack.
And he was thin. Like, he wasn't fat. Like, and
And I'm fat and I'm black.
Yeah.
I only got like so many years left.
I'm fat and I'm black too, and yeah, who knows? Like,
God.
Should we do a countdown, like a death pool, to see which one of us 4 goes first?
That's a little too morbid for me, honestly.
No.
Yeah,
we absolutely should not do that.
Yeah, me too.
Right. Half of us are morbidly obese, so it fits.
yeah, half of us.
I'll let y'all figure out who's who.
We're technically Fantastic 4 tons until Larry decided to get thin. Look at him. You can see his chair finally.
I tell you, man. Wait.
But
I don't like when he laughs now. Too much cheekbone.
So I'm not 100% certain whether I like season 2 as much as I like season 1 or not. I don't dislike season 2, mind you. I just don't know if I like it more. The character I do like is the witch's daughter, which I can't remember her name.
Yeah, I'm terrible with names. I think it was like Amber or something, but I'm not sure.
That sounds right to me, actually. But that character I enjoyed, and especially like how there's a moment where she like outmaneuvers Velma in an argument, and I was like, that was really cool. Like that, I thought was not only a cool moment, but I thought a great like introduction or semi-introduction to the character, But the character continues to be one of the most interesting parts of this season, in my opinion. I found the relationship between Velma and Daphne interesting, especially with them being very different people, and that was cool. I kind of feel like Fred gets a little lost in this season, like as far as like it almost seems like they don't exactly know what to do with Fred.
Yeah, he gets a couple of cool. He gets to be a couple of cool jokes.
Yeah,
like when he's like mystery solving with those 2 dogs,
which like, and it's so wild because they keep bringing like I feel like they mention dogs being a part of things too much so far this season, where it's like it just feels like every episode they have to make a mention of how ridiculous it might be for a dog to be a part of the team. But it's like, dude, like enough. Look, I'm like, why are we poking? Like we get it. You decided not to go with Scooby. It's like, but at a certain point, it almost feels like you're like almost mad at the fans for wanting it. It's like it's a Scooby-Doo spinoff. Like you can't be mad at them for being like, why is there no Scooby? And you're like, how dare you want Scooby in your Scooby-Doo?
It's a reimagining.
Yeah, it is one of the only Scooby-Doo series to not have Scooby-Doo.
Right. And like I said, like, it's Velma. I'm not saying Velma can't be the center, I'm not saying that's a problem or, like anything. It's just weird that, like they keep bringing it up. Like it's especially at season 2, where it's like, dude, if we're watching already, just let us enjoy what you're making, as opposed to keep reminding us that there's no Scooby-Doo. And I don't know. It doesn't feel like a joke.
I think they made them both around the same time. So the writing, I don't know. I feel like they might have, even though the writing for this season is a lot better. But I do think they are still like, there's kind of like a mindset that they're kind of breaking through, which hopefully for season 3 that'll be fixed, and we'll just get some good mystery, good comedy. Hopefully.
But the brain aspect of things is interesting, and like I was a little bit shocked by like where it ended up going, because I really thought it was just going to be like just a gag, like that you have people that are like brains in jars, and
no, they did go somewhere with it.
Right. And I was like, okay, like that's interesting to me, where I'm like, okay, like I was not expecting that. So and it like it's a story that I was like, okay, I would like to see how this develops, so that's definitely a plus. Also too, Norval's a plus too, because I was shocked. Like at first I was thinking like, okay, especially with Daphne and Velma becoming like the center of things, with them being the couple and all that kind of stuff. Watching what was going on with Fred, I was thinking the same thing was going to happen with Norval, but Norval actually ends up being like they have a lot of interesting and good things to do with that character.
Except
whether he's
Shaggy.
Except
have him be Shaggy.
Well, yeah, and I mean, yeah, I mean, look, I haven't finished the season, so I don't know. Like at the point I'm at, he's not there. So and I don't. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, I'm okay with it, only because it's like it just seems like he's not trying to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, they also do have they do make a Shaggy reference similar to the Velma Daphne OGs. Another VW bug moment where it's like, oh, you just out here showing us Shaggy, like, and it's like, okay. Okay. But yeah.
So,
yeah, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was just going to ask if we should rate, or if we have more to say.
Nah, you know what? I don't think I have anything else to say. I think I've said my piece.
The animation, I do have a question to somebody that only watched a little bit of it, but the animation quality didn't drop off or improve in season 2. It's pretty much the same.
It's, I don't know. I noticed a lot of black voids, but I think that might have been the case in season 1. So,
okay,
it felt the same to me.
Yeah, but I don't ask you about those things.
Hey, I have eyes.
Sure you do.
Sure you do. I have eyes.
You may now read it.
All right.
Yeah. What do you think, Che? Velma season 2.
I'm gonna give it a 4. Like, I feel like it's improved.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. I don't know, man. It's probably 3.5 for me. Like, It's decent. It's decent. I don't know. I kind of feel like
you also hate women of color, so that's saying a lot too.
I feel like it's better. It goes down easier if you're not a huge Scooby-Doo fan.
Notice how he didn't deny it.
Oh, that's because the allegation is preposterous.
Yeah.
Preposterous.
Yeah, just like your eyes.
My eyes are preposterous. Yeah, so. But anyway, okay. You guys ready to talk about some comics?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The comic book review music.
Thank you, friend.
Review. Like review. Well, not like that, but like.
All right. So, Blood Hunt #1, the Marvel Comics line wide event for this this season, I guess. Five issues, if I'm not mistaken, for Blood Hunt. So I think that's the first thing worth mentioning, where it's like, okay, we're not, it's not a 12-parter, it's not even a 6-parter, So,
but lots of spin-offs.
It does have a lot of spin-offs. And that's something like I appreciate when they keep the main book at a decent number when the story. Well, let's put it like this. I felt like the story was, probably should be a shorter one, even though I don't know what's coming up, but it just strikes me as like for the event, like based on what they were saying, I'm like, okay, like that shouldn't be long. But who knows? I maybe I could be wrong, because I know that I definitely had a different impression of what I thought this was going to be going in than when I did after finishing issue 1. So, I don't know. Does anybody want to just give a quick recap of Blood Hunt #1?
I don't know if I could do a recap of it, because all I saw was a bunch of shit happening, and just coming to a realization that the only really good public servant is Dr. Doom. Like, he keeps these people safe from a global pandemic. It's like vampires ain't going to Latveria. Like he does what it takes. He listens to his constituency and his global pandemic response team. So
right.
and I was like, man, fucking Doom's the shit. Like, I feel like it's one of those MCU things. Like, they're probably just gonna make him a good guy one of these days, because realistically, the world we live in, like, Doom is technically like what we can hope for. Like, his people love him. It's just they have no choice, but they have no need. Like,
yeah,
they're not.
Right. If you're a Latvian citizen, you get taken care of.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you got
or a loyal Latvian citizen. Let's put it like that.
Right. Yeah. So. But again, all you have to do is just give up that little bit of your free will, but then you're good. Like, vampires ain't coming to your fucking country. Yeah,
right.
There's an artificial sun that burns them up on entry. Like, literally, maybe we can inject that inside. Yeah, but he figured out how to do it. He didn't have to have no press conference or anything like that.
Dude built a wall of sunlight.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, built a wall of sunlight.
And he didn't get politicized.
It's a big, bright, beautiful wall. I stare at it every day.
He didn't export the work to Russians.
So, Blood Hunt #1 is basically an event where you have a mysterious a mysterious group that somehow taps into the Dark Force dimension and uses all the heroes and villains in the Marvel universe that happen to be tapping into the Dark Force and makes it so that the Dark Force enters our dimension and blots out the sun, causing an eternal night. And
or what they
that
call it,
makes it so.
right? Like they call it sun death.
Say what?
They call
Oh
it
yeah,
sun death.
right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So because you have
Jay, that's
no
our
sun,
new band name. Jay.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Sun Death is a great band name.
Yeah. It's taken.
I already got the Twitter handle. I'm sorry. but because of that allows the vampires to just come out into the world and start running amok. Okay, vampires running amok, and the heroes, of course, are trying to stop them as best they can. Their numbers are bolstered up, which is, everybody's kind of taken aback by that as well, because they're like, there's vampires everywhere, and they're trying to take everybody. And cats are like, oh, this sucks. And the Avengers are getting taken out as well by super vampires called the Blood. Is it the Blood Coven? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I think so.
I forget.
Yeah. But yeah, it's yeah, it's a like what I was expecting, because I didn't do a lot. Like, as soon as I heard about Blood Hunt, I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess I was kind of like over the Marvel Vampires thing, and it was just like, I already knew that from beforehand. Dracula had been for a while had been having a vampire nation in Chernobyl, and so like they're using like that irradiated land because it works for them. It doesn't hurt them, but people don't come in there. And so the Vampire Nation had gotten recognized. So I really thought this book was going to be probably Dracula making a move and trying to maybe expand the nation somehow. And I was wrong. It was not that. It was not that. It was actually something very different. And that surprised me, just because I was just like, well, imagine that. Like, and I know, like, for me, I was like, the twist at the end was actually something that I was not expecting. And that doesn't happen to me in comics very often these days.
Especially with like the big two. Because like,
yeah,
a lot of it is like they can't really fuck with the status quo, so they'll do something that'll shock you, but like, they're gonna come back. Mm-hmm. But this particular twist like fits, like it could have happened in a regular book, 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you read like something like Nightmare or one of the Crises on DC, it's like this is the Marvel way, doing things, and overall, like the execution of the book, I enjoyed it, even though it was catching me up. It was assuming I'm a dummy that hasn't been reading a lot of Marvel books, so they kind of tell me a little bit of everything, and I appreciate that. I am a dummy that hasn't been reading them, so it was perfect. Like, it made the book move faster, and I didn't feel entirely lost. And then the art was good, so it's like, all right, if I don't read it from here, whatever. Like, I do wish I had a little more action in it, but it can't all be what's the one where Captain America says Hail Hydra.
Secret Empire.
Yeah, like they can't all be Secret Empire #1.
Right.
It's
right.
Like, to me, it's one of the most perfect comic books ever. But they can all be that. But this one, like, it's a good starting point for an event. I enjoyed it. I did get
mention
diaries also. Like, I got Blood Hunt #1 and then Blood Hunt Diaries, but I wasn't able to read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Diaries was the free comic book day offering, right?
I think so. Yeah. No, X-Men was the one. The X-Men was a free comic book day, no?
Well, I know they had a Blood Hunt / X-Men free comic book day offering, so it's both. It's like a little preview for Blood Hunt and an X-Men thing, but I think the Diaries was also
it might have been.
free
Again,
comic.
I didn't read it, so I didn't get a chance to read it. So
Yeah, and I think Diaries might be like back matter kind of stuff, but I might be wrong about
the
that.
Frontline kind of.
No. I mean, like literal, like I think it might be like interviews about the book from because it's the Jed McKay wrote it and Pepe Larraz did the pencils.
Okay.
I think it might be interviews of them and like showing some of like the character creation stuff. I think I might be wrong about that, but
they love that Jed McKay, huh?
Yeah, man. Like he's definitely their it guy right now. But at the same time, I mean, like I do feel like he did a good job with this first issue. Like I can't like this Blood Hunt #1 was a much better first issue than his Avengers #1. Like Avengers #1, I was like,
or his Mary Jane and Black Cat #1.
but I know that he was also doing the Moon Knight book. And Jay, you read the Blood Hunt Moon Knight, like the Moon Knight that was leading into this event, right?
Yeah, I did.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's like I meant to just get #5 because that's the tie-in, but I accidentally bought the whole thing, and it's
like the whole Moon Knight run.
Yeah, well, the current Moon Knight run,
Mm-hmm.
Because Moon Knight is done, and now it's the Vengeance of the Moon Knight.
Okay,
and that's what I bought.
Got it.
And yeah, I was so happy I made that mistake after I read it. Like, this Vengeance of the Moon Knight is amazing. Like, I love that book. Like,
nice.
I'm probably gonna go back and read Moon Knight.
Wow, I hear good things about it. Like, I haven't actually read it myself, but I've heard a lot of good things about it.
No, it's really good. And yeah, it's basically Moon Knight is dead, and he comes back, but he's wrong. And so the Midnight Mission is trying to figure out what the hell is going on with them.
Gotcha.
So, the Midnight Mission being Moon Knight's crew. Reese, Tigra, Soldier, Hunter's Moon, and 8-Ball.
Now, and if I'm not mistaken, like in the past, the Midnight Mission has been like like they're usually like Moon Knight's like support cast, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, like because I mean I don't know, but like I don't know a lot about the Midnight Mission, and I know I was shocked when like in the book they showed them, and I was just like, man, they messed around, just put these folks out here like we're supposed to know. And I'm like, nah, like I don't know, but yeah, I guess you have to have been reading Moon Knight.
Well, you know Tigra.
Yeah, but I don't know Tigra as part of the Midnight Mission. I know Tigra like on her own or like as an Avenger, usually a West Coast Avenger, but
Yeah.
And then they had Hunter's Moon, which I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, I've never even heard of that character. Like, I don't know if that's like.
Here's another Fist of Khonshu.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
that's okay. So that's probably a newer character then. Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, that's cool. So, but yeah, it's interesting. That sounds real interesting. Oz, what did you think?
Well, I got questions.
Okay, let's answer your questions first.
I read number 1, and it looked like it felt like the event might have started on issue 0 or something. Did I miss that, or did you guys see this event coming? Like, did they set it up beforehand?
In Moon Knight.
Did they set it up in like Vengeance, Jay, or
honestly, the 2 pages you get in Hunters and Blood Hunt, those 2 pages of the Midnight Mission are from the Moon Knight book.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all we get is dude like gets his redemption arc and then explodes with Dark Force.
Damn.
Yeah.
When did Miles Morales get Excalibur, and why is he like just murdering folks?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's happening in I think Miles Morales Spider-Man, but it's not Excalibur. It's the one from like the Black Knight, like one of those shards or some shit.
The Ebon Blade.
Yeah,
Ebony Blade.
White. No ebony.
No, but it's it's one of those like similar things. But I haven't read it. I just kind of know what's happening there a little bit. Like,
but he's like killing folks.
Yeah, vampires.
I know they're vampires, but I thought like a Spider family, Miles Morales. I don't know. I was shocked to see him killing them.
Hey, look, it ain't Peter Parker. That's get the black guy to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was holding the sword sideways.
What book is that?
Yeah.
There was, I forgot what it was. Because there's so many Spider-Man books out now too, but he had his own little run. It might be in one of those, I forgot what. I remember looking it up, but I just didn't.
No, I mean, what issue is he killing vampires?
In
Blood Hunt 1.
In Blood Hunt 1?
Yeah.
You have Miles Morales doing that?
Yeah, and then Blade comes and talks to him about it. And I was a little, like, he calls him Spider-Man, like he's the only Spider-Man. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they're Spider-Man, just like how.
I get it. I'm not saying he shouldn't. It just still threw me off.
It's literally the panel after Doom.
Yeah.
No, I do remember.
I forgot that happened.
I didn't remember him stabbing
a vampire like through the chest into a window.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Got you. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's the got you. It's so funny because I do remember the interaction. I didn't look at the sword and be like, what the hell's Miles Morales got? But
I was concerned because, like, wait, Spider-Man killed that dude, and then
it's a vampire. It's not a person.
It's a bright shining blade,
right? So what's your other? To answer your other question, I was just looking it up real quick, and yeah, it doesn't like there's some stories that like kind of lead up to this, but not that are like direct like Blood Hunt like
lead up
prequels.
Yeah,
it's more like back matter type stuff where you're like not back matter. I'm sorry. It's more like how I was talking about how that this happened with the Vampire Nation, like that kind of stuff. So things that will make you more familiar with the characters and where they were at before this started. But it said the only thing that came, like from a chronological perspective, the only thing that happens before Blood Hunt #1 is the Free Comic Book Day joint. And I can tell you that, I did actually read that. And, it's some extra stuff, but it's not like it's mandatory reading, in my opinion.
Okay. Is Steve Rogers dead again?
Yes.
Was he ever even really alive?
No.
Like, he's so altruistic and so like almost repressed. Like, he's never enjoyed his life. But that's a whole other show.
Yeah, I was just looking at the art for Captain Falcon, and it looks like he's wearing the same thing he's gonna be wearing in that movie.
And but realistically, like, this issue does leave a lot to be desired in the sense that, like, it sets you up for what's coming, but it doesn't tell you a whole lot either. That's why we have so many questions, whether it was an enjoyable experience or not. It still did leave us with a, wanting a little more, right? Like, I don't know.
Part of the mystery?
Maybe, but I don't know if it's that big. I don't know if they reveal the mystery. If I'm gonna be all that like, like, so it's like not that like, I don't know. We're just gonna fight fucking vampires, like, what the fuck, yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Like, I feel like that's where I was at with the event, where I was not anticipating this event, because I'm like, dude, we're just gonna fight vampires, and it's like, it's superheroes fighting vampires, but I don't know, like how much. How much more exciting?
It adds a little to it, but not a lot. Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. I don't like the twist at the end is the only thing that makes me feel like, okay, maybe I'll go ahead and stick with this to see what happens next, because like now they have an adversary that could potentially really like that knows them. Knows how they operate, their ins and outs, and I'm like, okay, like that might be worth tuning in for, maybe, but who knows? Because maybe not. Like, it was a good, like, I think it's a worthy, splash or whatnot for the end of your first issue, but where are we going to take it for the issues to come?
Yeah.
Well, I know I actually like the Blood Coven. I thought they were interesting. But I will say, one of the things I was like, when Blade talks about Wanda not having the stones to kill off a race, I was thinking, like, man, if she could just like do how she did for mutants, just whisper no more vampires. But she doesn't have that in her anymore. Well, I did like the banter between her and Tony at the beginning of this, which was fun.
I agree with that. And in her defense, like, she was like not in her right mind during that time, so
she was like going through a lot of shit and being manipulated.
Yeah. So it's not like, like, I don't feel like at the top of her game, that's like, oh, that's how Wanda would act.
Right. Even as a villain. Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's what makes that story so good. And this one's so bad.
Oh,
I didn't read that.
I'll just joke.
You never read Avengers Disassembled?
And I think I read the first issue.
And then House of M?
Never read House of M. Never got around to reading it.
House of M's good. I think you might
have every issue of House of M and Disassembled. And I have them in trades. Like,
nice.
Yeah. Because Bond didn't want to move his comics to his new house. So.
Yeah, he does that.
Hey, free comics for me. He's like, you can give us to the audience on the show. I'm like, no, I'll keep it. Thank you. They have enough comics,
They have enough comics. What was I gonna say?
I think we're ready to rate it.
Sure. I feel like there was one other thing I wanted to say, but I can't remember what it is. So sure, we can go ahead.
Review.
I will say, I am looking forward to the future of the series. And in particular the X-Men stuff. Like, I'm looking forward to that. The X-Men are getting one-shots, or 4 X-Men are getting one-shot tie-ins to this book. It's Jubilee, Magic, Psylocke, and Laura Kinney Wolverine. And yeah, I want to read those, like all of those.
That's cool. Yeah, I would agree. Like that. Look, all of those people feel like they would be good at fighting vampires.
They're only missing Dazzler.
Right. But I feel like they really went in with Dazzler, the last vampire event, which was like X-Men versus vampires or whatever.
Yeah, they did.
I'd like to see how they treat Jubilee because she's not a vampire anymore, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
Also, these vampires are a little different, I think. But that is
I mean, maybe, I don't know. The Blood Coven is definitely different.
Yeah,
and I'll give them props for that. Like I felt like those characters, they definitely have an interesting look to them. I'm not like, I don't know if I'm 100% sold on all the power sets, but we'll see. We'll see how they develop it. Shay. Oh, wait. This comment came into the chat here, though. Captain Birdseye 4 said, "Is Jay streaming from a prison or something?" And then in the background popped in, and I'm just like, "Damn it, Jay!"
Yeah, it's not a prison.
Yes, it's Jay's mansion.
He just didn't want to flaunt his wealth.
Exactly. It's like I didn't want everyone to know about my grand piano. Oh, it's too funny, man. Yeah, so but yeah, we'll see. And I definitely give Pepe Larraz props for the designs for those characters because they definitely have interesting looks, if nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's pretty cool. Like, like I don't, there's a part of me that's like, I don't know if they quite look like vampires to me, but everybody can't look like a vamp, or everything can't look like a traditional vampire, right? Or else it gets stale. So,
yeah, especially if you have a team called the Blood Coven, like they should be a little above or distinct,
Yeah, right. So, but yeah. So okay. And I know Mo, you said you liked the art. You were cool with it. Jay, Oz, y'all thought the art was all right.
Yeah. Yes.
Oz is hard to please. I was like, but there it is. That's a ringy endorsement from Oz. So yeah, Pepe Larraz is great. So I generally like his stuff. So okay, well, shoot, let's rate it. Oz, Blood Hunt #1, man. What'd you think?
I'm gonna go with 3. It looks like it's an interesting event, but once Tony Stark installs UV lamps on his suit, it's over.
Got it. Okay. That's yeah, maybe. Look, supposedly they got him. We'll see.
Like Sunspot shows up and they're done, right?
Jay, Blood Hunt #1. What do you think?
I give it a 5. I actually like vampires in the Marvel universe, so an event with the surrounding them is a-okay with me.
Mm-hmm.
And the twist,
cool.
Man.
And the twist. What a twist! Moses Magnum, what would you rate Blood Hunt?
That twist, I was at it like with a 3, like because even as a first issue for an event like this, a line-wide event, like I've read better, yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the twist really brings it up a little bit, and so I'll give it a 4. And I definitely like. In the end, I do want to see it play out, so that's what a number is supposed to do. So I can't, the series itself might be a 6, but we don't know that yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think 4 is where I'm at too. Where 4 maybe bordering a little higher. It's not a 5 for me, but it's definitely a 4 something because I felt like you said, I don't get a twist pulled on me too often in a comic where I didn't see coming, and I'm like, hey, okay, all right, well, look, I'm definitely gonna check out number 2, so 4 for me. Sweet. All right, gents, you guys got any news or anything y'all want to talk about? We technically got like another maybe like 10 minutes or so before we
put out the picture of Superman that you guys loved.
And I have a no deal.
Oh, no deal.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So why don't you pull up the picture, Oz, and we'll put that up while Mo will tell us about.
Jeez. You should have told me earlier, and I would have gotten a graphic for you, Mo.
For a no deal?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's just a new.
No, it's coming.
And what's the no deal, Moses?
Crunchyroll is raising its prices to like $16 a month.
A no deal.
Yeah. Like my nephew getting me to watch Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's like, okay, I'll just bootleg it because you can use my password, but they're getting strict about that too. So here we are.
There it is. Yeah. Excellent says that apartment Jay has is nice. Yeah, man, that's how Jay rolls, man. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Oh, here comes the money. Here comes the money. Okay, there. Sorry, I messed it up. No, I agree. Here comes no money indeed.
And then, they released that picture of Superman and Jim Lee posted it. He reposted it on my feed, and I'm like, man, this shit looks like shit already. And
I like it.
Yeah,
I get it why people don't like it. Like, I do, but I am so about mental health right now. And it's like, you got to take time for yourself. Like,
yeah. Well, but again, that's what Ben Steele did. That Paul Kent. That's all. He was all about his mental health. It's like, yeah, you don't need to save everybody. You don't need to. Yeah. And people didn't like that, but I did. But for me, it's more just the look. Like, why does it look like armor? Like he's Superman.
It looks like they're trying to go with the New 52 style.
Yeah, but the New 52 style is like it's segmented, but it doesn't look like my thing is it looks like a muscle suit. This suit's got no muscle, So it's like he looks like the dude that would be on Hollywood Boulevard.
It's like, take your time and get ready.
Yeah.
Like, there's shit going down. So take your time, get ready, make sure you're ready to go before you go out there.
I know Alex Ross.
You don't want to lose a boot when you're like fighting whatever that thing is.
Well, he doesn't. That's the thing. Superman don't need any of that. He's Superman.
Well, he doesn't need boots, but he would look weird without boots.
At least he's got the red trunks. I could see that in there.
That is true.
Like, if he went out there with Crocs, it would be weird. Like,
oh, I would hate that so much. Yeah, man. This is just how Superman's relatable, man. He puts on his boots just like us. One at a time.
He's not supposed to be relatable. He's supposed to be a god.
Yeah,
to be human.
Not supposed to be relatable. That's my point.
Superman, what if God was one of us?
He is
like me and
just a slob like one of us.
He
just a stranger on the bus trying to find his way home.
He's pretending to be.
Yeah,
that's the thing. He's not.
And that's the thing. Like, this is a terrible. Like, James Gunn posting this for his movie is a terrible thing. Period. It just is. This is. I rather. Yeah, you can like it all you want. Superman needs to be standing like a statuesque pose, like what would be cover of Action Comics 1000. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do that, that's what I want to see, and I want to see the guy you cast look good in the suit. Here,
but
I don't see him look good in the suit, and he's doing something stupid while people are dying in the back.
He's got to look like, I can't believe I got to get out there again. These stupid humans can't keep this planet safe.
I mean,
you remember though,
I haven't even dry cleaned my suit from the last battle.
You remember he posted All-Star Superman as an inspiration, and
yeah, look, if you're looking at Grant Morrison for inspiration, you're not.
But this doesn't look like All-Star Superman.
It kind of does though. Like, remember the cover of All-Star Superman?
All-Star Superman was buff. He didn't have a muscle suit.
I'm just saying the casual nature of the Superman pose.
Fuck that.
Is like All-Star Superman. Like, this was like just sitting.
Fuck you.
Fuck me?
Yeah, you too, Larry.
Oh, like, look, I'm just saying. Like,
no, man.
Casual Superman is where it's at for him for some reason.
This looks like garbage.
Listen, I will say this. I will say this. This by far is not the worst Superman suit we've ever seen.
I didn't like the lines. I didn't like the lines on Cavill's suit, and then looks like they doubled down on the lines.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Everywhere.
He's putting a shin guards for a fucking soccer game.
Like, don't get me wrong. There's no part of me that's like, this is my preferred Superman costume, because it's not. But as far like we've had worse. So, and this has trunks, which look, it's been what 40 years since we've gotten that.
There's a photo floating online where they fixed it.
I don't have that to post.
No, that tiny ass made the whole suit suck.
And
that's what it stood for. It didn't stand for Superman. It stood for suck. Like that shit sucked.
And the color palette of that, because what's his name? The director.
Tiny ass.
The dude that directed that movie, I forget. The X-Men guy.
Bryan Singer.
Yeah, Bryan Singer. He had that Revlon red, like burgundy cape. Like the colors were off in that suit. So
Revlon red.
Yeah, it looked like somebody's fucking lipstick. That color shade of red. Like that's not what Superman is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it! I found it. Hold on.
Yay! Good job, Oz.
Yeah.
No, but, I get angrier when I look at it.
Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, that looks real good.
Yeah, and it still looks like shin guard on the.
They took away the shitty battle in the background, so like he's just like now he can take his time.
Yeah, this looks like All-Star Superman.
All-Star Superman. You're right. Yeah. They gave him muscles, huh?
They had to.
No, but I'm just saying, they made him more muscular in this, didn't they?
Yeah, he's missing muscles. Like, yeah.
But you know what? Even if this was a muscle suit that looked like that, I think it's still. Even Mo would be fine with that.
Yeah, but that's
absolutely.
Yeah, that's like the dude from The Boys. Like he's got a muscle suit, and it looks good on him.
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly, low key, I prefer Zach Levy Shazam over that Superman that we saw.
No,
I do. Like it just looks
really.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't go that
far. He's not letting people die in the background.
Yeah.
So we should wrap.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else before we get out of here? Okay. Let's do some final thoughts. Dude's not hitting the way.
You know how bad you gotta be for motor presentation, right?
For real. For real. There it is. All right, Puppy. Final thoughts from Puppy. All right, Jay, give us the final thoughts, buddy.
Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees ended today. It was fantastic. Yeah. Go check it out.
Bam. Uh-oh. Why are we on me? What? Oscar, final thoughts.
I just turned in my latest unboxing, so that should be coming in soon.
Woo! There it is. Moses Magnum, final thoughts.
Subscribe, like, hit the bell. Got some stuff coming. And, yeah.
Cool. Folks, go watch X-Men 97 if you haven't already. It's fun. You're going to like it. But with that said, we're the Fantastic Forum. Good night.